Hello everyone! So today we are playing 3 scary games, which is fun because we get to experience multiple things. They're all first person today, so if you like first person horror, you'll be very happy to know that. I don't think there's any content warnings, there weren't any written, but as you know, sometimes games can not have them properly, but we'll see. We are starting off with AKAZU Off Limits, because it's our shortest one. And the other two are only like 30 minutes, so not a super long stream tonight, but still fun. Still long enough to get some good spooks in. Attention to the stories of word. Okay. It's just general. Oh. Okay. This is menu. I was like, I can't walk. Alright. So looks like we might be dealing with shrines. I didn't really look much into these. I'm gonna try to use controller, but if I can't use controller, then I'll just default to these. Typically, even if they're not set for controller, I can get it to work on first person. So if I can't, then I'll use keyboard, but we know I prefer controller. I found myself lying in a strange place. I had no idea where I was or why I had come here. The only thing I knew was that I had come looking for something. Okay, that works. Oh, I'm very slow. Okay. Yeah, it seems like everything will work. That's good. It means you won't have to hear the click-clacks when I'm trying to walk. Or do anything, really. Okay, yeah, so we are dealing with a shrine. Interesting. Shrines are a little spooky to me for some reason. Religious horror tends to get me, regardless of what the religion is. I really tend to enjoy those. I'm guessing that we're looking at Shintoism, but I'm not positive. So? We just gonna continue on after that, I guess. Okay. God, I'm talking backwards in my ears. There's our shrine gate. Behind me, right? I'm like keen on checking over my shoulders and shit. Looks like this place is abandoned, though. It's like rocks and leaves and side everywhere. Okay. Everything's pretty usual, which is nice. Do I need to change my shoes? No? Not gonna do that. Close this just in case. Thanks. And if those were my footsteps or what at first. Kind of scary. What am I wearing? Boots? Jeez. Footsteps are heavy. I'm walking around here stomping. I'm stomping. Candle? Or maybe a cup? Got a dragon. He looks like a shapeshifter of some kind. I don't know if they're just personifying him or what. I suppose we'll see. Locked up tight. Okay, thanks for the notice. Can't get in that way. Stop blocking my path. Can't open any of those. Can open the closet. Oh! That was a little scary. That reminded me of the scene in the fucking Ju-on movie, if you know, you know. The movie gave me nightmares, bro. Hated that. It's a bathroom. I can't go up the stairs, though. Okay. Guess I'll keep going. I hope I didn't miss anything in that first room area. Still not sure what I'm looking for. Okay. Looks like I might need a key. Unless a ghost would like to open that up for me. That would be nice. Oh. Hello? Key? I definitely heard something fall, and it was definitely metallic, so I'm guessing it was our key. Was it not in this room? Maybe it was behind me. Toilet? You do not have a key. Not up here. Nope. Alright. Sprint down here so I don't walk so slow. Okay, so it wasn't in there. Could be in here. Thought it was close by. But maybe it was just loud so that I would know it was somewhere. Not in there. It's in the main room? I didn't explore this one yet. There's a telephone. That's good. If I need help, I'll try to use that. Can't turn on the TV. Must be broken. It's a kitchen. I didn't know shrines had all these rooms. I guess maybe if people live here, though, that makes sense. There's the key. Can I open the microwave or anything? No. Can't see myself. The mirror's too dirty. Oh. Why was that so loud? Alright, as long as no bathroom ghosts appear, I'm all good. I don't like bathroom ghosts. They try to get at you when you're vulnerable, and that's rude. Oh, that leads outside. I will keep that closed, thank you. Did close all the way, right? Yeah. Hi! Excuse me. You're not supposed to be here. I guess I could say the same thing about me, though, to be fair. I also should not be here. I just kind of woke up here and knew I had to find something for some reason. Why are there so many ghosts here? Are you guys doing your worships, or should I be concerned that something nefarious is going on? Is this a cult shrine? Could be a cult shrine. Hello? What if I'm a ghost? What if I'm one of them? I just don't know it yet. Because they're going about their daily activities looking for something. What the hell is up here? Hello? Oh, I don't like those masks. This is for shrine dances, though. That's cool. Methods of sealing. Place a sacred paper tag. Place a heaping salt on the north, front Agumon, east, south, back Agumon, and west grounds. Perform Kagura, Shinto music and dance. So am I supposed to seal something? The paper tag was already somewhere. So do I just take that, maybe? And then salt, I think I saw downstairs. Or am I unsealing things, maybe? I can't take the stuff, right? Just double checking. Make sure to get close. Okay. So I have to do it in order then. I think we want to unseal the room, maybe. Which is right here. Can I take it? No. Maybe I need to finish the ritual. Maybe the ritual's not done yet. I need to find salt. I was thinking that there was one... Not in here. There's one towards the beginning, right? We've been out here, actually. Oh, no. That's outside. I was thinking I saw a room that had, like, an offering thing. With salt. That's not it. That was just a cup, but I wanted to make sure that wasn't supposed to be like a salt shaker or something. I was almost positive that I saw one. Maybe it was outside. Maybe I'm wrong. Surely I have to be able to find it, though. It's most certainly what it was for. Oh yeah, this isn't outside yet, right? Oh. There's salt. Oh, I am getting rid of it. Yeah, I guess I can't really do a dance in reverse, can I? So I'm destroying the salt first, and then I can take the seal off the door. Is that accurate? I'm guessing. There's a way outside right here. Is it just a gutter? I guess. There's more salt. Yoink you. I don't really know what I'm trying to release here, but I guess we'll find out. Probably come after me. It's a bucket. It's empty. I think they said there were 5 of these stations, so... This will be the 4th, and then we have one more. See anything scary yet. That's good. Oh, there's another one. Guess there were 6. Oh, I hear scary. I don't see it yet, though. Oh, I hear scary. Oh, jeez. Went to check something on my second monitor, and it freaked out on me. I'm trying to see if my audio is actually working, because it doesn't seem to be. I can't really tell, because whenever I pause, the fucking music goes out. Which kind of sucks. hold on. Let me check something. I don't want you guys not hearing anything. Hold on. No, I don't really hear anything. Okay. It is working. It's just quiet. Probably need to balance myself a little better. Whoa. Sorry about that. Knocked you guys over for a second. Let me go here. I hate the game's sound. So varied. Okay, that should help, at least for this one. Probably have to rebalance it on our next games, because this one's just weirdly quiet. Okay, so now I go here, and I go here. To do this. It's down this way. I'm a little frightened. I don't really want to do this, but I guess I will. Oh, I burned it. Or ghosts burned it, maybe. Oh no. What's in here? Oh god, it's the basement. Okay. Guess we'll go down with the screaming. Not that I really want to, though. Scary. Hello? It's literally just a dirt basement. What is that? Why is there a grave down here? I can't move. He's British. Wasn't expecting the ghost to be British. That's it? Damn. I knew it was short, but I didn't realize it was a to be continued short. It had some spooky moments. I liked it. It had really good atmosphere. I just wish there was more. I hope they continue with it. Alright. Next one. That was fun. That was a good experience. Alrighty. They jump scared me even without sound and stuff. Just with the ghosts showing up and everything. Alright, which one's next? All is Dust. This one's about the Dust Bowl, I think. Or at least the old farmland in the 30s, which would have been around the Dust Bowl. Why are we not wanting to launch? It says game already run. Okay, there we go. Now I can show you guys. I will turn down the music just in case. If it's quiet again, then I will be fine with it. But I don't want to blast your eardrums. Oh, what the hell? The game crashed while I was trying to set it up. Hello? Come on, I know it's not me. I know it's not my computer, because OBS is working fine. Why are we struggling so much? This is literally like a 300 megabyte game. It should not be this difficult. Okay. We good? Okay. Now I can show you guys. There we go. Okay. Press enter to use the keyboard, press start to use the gamepad. Okay, I want to use gamepad, so... I only have a start button on here, though. The middle. I don't know what my equivalent button is. There we go. Oh, there's chapters to this game. Oh, just gameplay and cinematics. Okay. Whoa. Way too sensitive.
To see how effectively federal and local authorities are taking care of pressing problems of relief, and also how they are to work together to defend
Wish there were subtitles.
the country against the effects of future drought. I saw drought devastation in 9 states.
Oh! That's not good.
My pa, his old man and me, we've been working this here field for a long time.
Okay.
It's been easy getting good crops years past.
Can understand this one a lot better.
I tell you, us Jodes, we get the finest crops around here.
Until the dust.
Then this goddamn dust came through.
Yeah.
By Christ, I ain't letting nothing take all this from me and my daughter.
Me and my daughter. Sorry, that's not funny. It's not funny, but the accent made me laugh. Sorry about your farm. Jesus. I might have to use keyboard here. It won't let me. Okay, we gotta reopen because there's no way I can use that. That's crazy. Moves way too much. It also wouldn't let me go to a menu, so you know. I don't know why it takes so long to load. It's not like a heavy-duty game or anything. Let's hope mouse is a little less sensitive. Still pretty sensitive, but I can control it better.
To see how effectively federal and local authorities are taking care of pressing problems of relief, and also how they are to work together to defend the people of this country against the effects.
They were driving on the wrong side of the road. They shouldn't have done that. Okay, yeah, let me skip that. That's nice. Oh yeah, this is a lot better. Why is it not? Why was it going crazy for gamepad, I wonder? It's almost like a little stiff with mouse. Okay, guess I can't open that. There's a drawing. Patricia's drawing. She wants light. Daily newspaper, press F to investigate. May 15th, 1929. Local girl 7 kidnapped. Police agree. It's not our daughter, right? Hope it's not our daughter. There's a pan. I don't see any lanterns, at least in here. Patricia's room, the door is locked. There's a lantern. Hold shift to sprint. I follow these. Follow you. It's an interesting mechanic. Why am I trusting this spirit thing? Glowing light that's guiding me. Kinda odd. I don't like that we have sigils and blood everywhere. The well is missing the crank. Find the crank. Press M to look for the next location. guessing they want me to go toward the one that's marked. The fence. Which is... see, there's my house. There's a building in the distance. It's like around the left side of the building. This way. Oh. Someone died. Hopefully maybe it's an animal. Instead. Okay, crow. What is this? And they're drawing a Patricia. She's sad about rations. Maybe about needing rations. Okay, I do see it glowing up here. Oh! That's not exactly human. Why we got a bloody monster hanging up there? A little concerning. Oh, she's dead! Oh my god, what? The fuck? What just happened? I got approached from behind, I didn't even see it coming. She's drawing. Oh. Knew that thing was evil. Had a feeling. Are these not save points? Why the fuck do they even exist? How do I avoid that thing? Thought maybe staying in the light was like a good idea, but then the monster just keeps following me anyway. Oh, it doesn't move if I watch it. That makes sense, I guess. Because it wasn't moving when I examined it the first time either. Let me check if I'm right. The hell? Still out there. Got my daughter's room. Is she gonna be dead in there?
And on a hot afternoon, some folks from down the road came and knocked on my door, saying something about Jesus and the devil.
Uh-huh.
Said they could fix my crops back to how they was.
That was dumb.
I told him I ain't got much to offer since the dust came. Goddamn if I ain't sick of watching my daughter starve. I asked them how much they'd sock me for it. They said none. So long
Yeah,
as
they
I
brought
work
demons.
with 'em.
They brought demons! Demons to your farm!
Anyone bound now. So they gave me this here book, saying they'd come back as soon as I'd read it.
Dummy. Don't trust mysterious cults that show up on your doorstep saying they'll fix everything. It's like cult rule number 1. Oh, I forgot I wasn't using a controller. It's like, why am I not moving? Alright, I want to go to the barn looking place. Hopefully I don't get assaulted this time. I don't see any monsters. Doesn't mean he's not there, though. Got a gaping hole in the wall. Can't shut that. I don't like not being able to shut that, but... How do I do that? There we go. I just walk into it. Oh. Cramped platform up here. Fragment 1. I really thought he was gonna get me there. I see you. So I'm at the bar now. So I just want to go... I need to find the way that it faces the house first. Doesn't seem to be moving when I turn my back anymore, which is kind of frightening. Okay. So I want to go... I'm gonna go to the right, over to those things. Keeping my eye on that barn door. I know he's gonna come after me at some point. Ah! Jeez. I don't think I really have a actual health bar or anything, but it still freaks me out when he does that. Where is he? No, I don't want to go down there yet. Let's see where I'm going first. Where is it? Oh, my alarm's going off. Sorry about that. Damn, all the way back to the wagon? Guess it's kind of a straight shot. Where is the wagon? There's the house. I guess I can't see it from here. Unless that's it right there, the burning. Alright. Ew, I can hear it walking. I'm watching you, motherfucker. What? Is it not that thing? I'm so confused. What the fuck is getting me then? If it's not him. What the hell? Just gonna quickly traverse my farmlands. Thank you. Is it here? Is this where the wagon is at? Okay, I'm running. Seemed very urgent for me to get back here. What do I do next? What am I doing? Hello? Oh, was there something I needed to do outside the house? Or in a different room, maybe? Is it in my daughter's room? There's a key. You stay out of my goddamn house. Patricia's doll. I bought this doll for Patricia from an old crow a few years ago. Maybe there's another fragment I need to do here. Hello? You leave me alone. I don't know what they want from me. Oh, combine the pages. Okay. I will do that.
I sat down and tried to
Someone
get this
took her.
book a reading. Used lots of big words, but I reckon something about cooking folks in iron pots.
Oh.
And no sooner than I finished her did I hear a window break from Patricia's room.
Did they cook her?
I myself over there.
Did they cook her?
The door and saw
Did they
some
cook her in a
son of
pot?
bitch taking her out to the windmill.
Oh my god, is the monster her? Is she the monster? Did they turn her into that? Windmill. Got it. It's behind, right? Yes. Oh, a lot of burning crosses. Not a big fan of that. Ow! There's too many of you things! Stop it! Leave me alone. Come on. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? There it is. Stop it! Let me get to my windmill, goddammit. God. Did I die? Oh, okay. Well, I only start over from the level, so that's good. This time I will not dilly-dally. Let me through. Whoa. Why am I doing that? Break it! I can't do anything to... I don't know what to do to stop them. Looking at them doesn't even seem to do anything. How many pots are there? 4 maybe? 3 if I'm lucky. Keep moving. Oh my god. Why does this happen? Stop! See, more of them just show up. I don't understand. Did I do it? What the heck? No, there's one more. Okay, now I did it, I think. No, I died again. What the hell? Oh my god. Well, now I'm fucking stuck. So just kill me at that point. Go ahead. I think maybe they don't like the light. Okay, let me in. Why am I not able to get through here? I don't understand. What is happening? What do you want from me? Goddamn game. This is frustrating. Like, is there something that I can use? They don't seem to like it when I run at them, but that doesn't really do anything. Because they just keep showing back up. I don't know how many fucking people they killed. Jesus Christ. Stop! There's just too many of them. I don't understand. And it won't let me through here. Again. Oh my god. See, that's where the fucking problem comes in. Is I can't get through this goddamn place. I don't understand. Why is it not letting me walk in? Come on, that's the last one. There we go. Jeez. Frustrating. There's the car that crashed. I'm guessing that was ours. Yeah, because that's the sigil. So our daughter got culted and then we died in a car crash. Interesting. I wish there was a little more explanation. I mean, it was interesting, but it'd be nice to have more. Okay. That's why it has chapters. Okay, I get it. Alright. That one was a little frustrating towards the end. I did like the like, dynamic of looking at them and then, like, having to run at them and stuff like that, but towards the end, when there were so many of them, it was just, like, not possible to keep that as a thing. Alright. I want it to be windowed. Or maybe not. Maybe I do want it to be full screened. Typically I click windowed just because it's easier, but it's easier to go back and forth between OBS, but I don't think we need to do that. Okay. Should start showing in a second. Delirium. This looks like it's looking at the moon, but I know that's not right. Oh, that seems fine. Play. That was clunky for a second. Samar was pecking at the bowl of grapes. He was trying to summon the courage to say something, but I was grateful that he had yet to find it. I spoke up. I'm a patient who knows his ailment, its cause and its severity. There is nothing to mull over. When a single rotten grape begins to spoil the whole basket, then it's wise to throw the rot away before it spoils the rest. I am that grape. Samar was taken aback by the bluntness. He lowered the grape away from his mouth, looking at it as if actually did see my face in it. He wanted to console me and say sweet comforting things, but he saw that I was in no mood for that. I continued, knowing that I needed to quicken this rendezvous if I wanted to start my journey soon. My only worry is that I'm leaving you with too much of my own burden. It seems rather unfair of me. Samar was quick to rest my doubts, with pride in his eyes. Don't you worry about that for a second. Your children are like my own. I'll look after them just like you did. Samar went on about his assurances, and my mind started to wander. My eyes were scanning the cafe we were sitting in. They fixed upon a note plastered on the wall. Calling for help, it read. Calling. That word sent a shiver down my spine, like a cold, sharp whip against the flesh. Samar's voice was fading into the ether, and I felt myself falling away, far away. I was in my dream again. A deep black sea, and I was drowning. The black bottomless pit was leaping up to grab me, falling, drowning. Deeper and deeper I went, until the loud blaring of the smoke alarm brought me back to the present, and I found that Samar was still talking about the same thing. For how long was I gone for? Samar continued on, unaware of my slip. They wouldn't miss their father. I mean, there would be. I'm happy to hear that, Samar. I cut Samar off, feeling guilty for a moment, but there was simply no time. I had to hurry. I had no doubt that Samar meant what he was saying. He was a man of his words and honor since the first day I saved him. He pledged me his life and hasn't deterred from that oath since then. My respect for him has only grown since, as he proved to be more than a brother to me over the years. If it wasn't for that, I would not have dared to do what I was doing now. I have no doubt that you will be a loving father to them. They'll lead a normal life, and I'll find peace in my last years, knowing that I had given them a chance at a better life. No one deserves to see their loved one turn into a stranger, and I want to shield them from this agony sooner than later. Besides that, they're young. Soon they'll forget my face and look at you as their true father. It was still a very hard thing to say, no matter how resolute I pretended to be. He smiled a sad smile at those words, and looked down at the grapes, still searching for something appropriate to say. My concern is more about you, he finally sighed, and spoke, his eyes still digging at the floor. I couldn't tell him where I was going. It would undo all that I was doing, and small bubbles of doubt were already forming in my mind about my plan. I need to act before my mind changes. I stood up and spoke before Samar would ask me about the address. It's getting late, and by the time I'll be out of the city, it'll be dark. I need as much light as I can get on the road. Samar followed me and stood up after me. He gave me assurances and bid me farewell. He wanted to say more, but kept his silence. The journey ahead of me was long and arduous, and the sun was already slipping underneath the horizon, leaving streaks of pink hues across the sky. I parted with Samar and went on my way, my mind fixed on the secluded house I was heading towards. I was hoping with all my heart that the house would welcome me and mend my broken spirit with its serenity and solitude it'd provide me. I was leaving the city behind, and hoped that I was leaving my sorrows with it. Interesting. So I wonder what, ailment he has. Also, that was, well written. I appreciate a good author. As one myself. Alright, so this is the secluded little house, I'm guessing, that they were talking about. Night opened, its dark wings, to spread across the horizon, and covered everything with a thick, choking fog. It's been a long time since my heart was warmed by the sunshine, and it feels like it's just as dark outside as it is in my heart. How many nights has it been? Too many to recall. It seems like it has been a long time since I left the city. As if this has been my only home. This is where I have always lived. A shiver went down my spine, but I tried to ignore the feeling. Somehow, each night seems to be bleaker than the last, and it's spreading inside the house, pouring in through its broken window, like a charcoal-black snake slithering its way inside. I tell myself that this comforts me. The darkness and the silence soothes my senses. But I can't deny the feeling that some terror lurks in these dead woods, watching me, waiting. It's just a fantasy, made up by your old broken brain. The bulbs need changing, that's all it is, I reassured myself. The Terrence bulb needs its casing repaired. One day it'll fall and give me a heart attack. When there is such deep silence, a whisper sounds like a shriek, and a smashing bulb would make an awful lot of noise. The stillness in this place has made me jumpy, that's all. I'm acting like a child. But why are there no stars in the sky? Where are they hiding? Did someone put them out like 1,000 flickering candles? Maybe it's all an imagination of my old frail mind. I guess it's time to pick up my tools again. Carving wood and molding clay soothes my mind and hones my thinking. It will take my mind off this darkness. And I can't be careless with my medicine any longer. The shaking and the paranoia, it's all due to the irregularity in taking my pills. That's it. It's not the house or woods playing tricks. It's me. My loneliness and grief has turned everything around me sorrowful and sinister. Whereas the rustling of leaves in the wind sounded like a sweet song of nature before, now it sounds like old, dead beings whispering underneath their breath. The darkness used to feel comforting before, but now it seems alive, engulfing everything that has warmth and life. Poor guy's going stir crazy. Is there gonna be a book in like every room? There's a code. I don't know what it is yet though. I was working past midnight yesterday, as I often do. I wonder why he left his kids with Samar if he's like kinda okay. Or whispering. I was working past midnight yesterday, as I often do, when I heard a loud blast of thunder which pulled me out of my work. The crash was so loud that I was certain it was right over my roof. Every time it roared, a blaze of stinging pain struck my mind, and I started to feel dizzy. My head began to ache like it was being split into two. Soon after, my vision started to blur, and I panicked a little. I comforted myself by saying this is the result of overworking and undereating. I feel frail, old, and burdened with grief. There used to be a heart beating in my chest, but now there is just emptiness. Am I filling the void with this constant sculpting? Is it just to distract myself from my grief? I'm guessing maybe his wife died or something? Because the kids don't have a mom, obviously, or they wouldn't be being left with his friend. I knew the answer to this. The words couldn't come to my lips, but they were clear in my mind. I miss them. I couldn't go back to work after this. My heart was sinking, and my head felt dizzy. I needed some air, I told myself. I stood up carefully, went out of the study room and into the lounge. What I saw at the door froze me and made me forget about my headache and worries. A dark silhouette formed in the corridor, barely visible in the light of the fire from the hearth. Who's there? I heard myself asking. It's just a shadow on the wall, I thought. My sleep-deprived brain is deceiving my eyes, surely. I rubbed my eyes, but didn't take a step forward. When I looked again, the shadow was still there, but took a more clear form. It's the nun. My newest sculpt. I had spent months carefully crafting every little detail while sculpting her. When I had finished, I immediately knew that it was my masterpiece. I even had made a glass case to store her in. She will outlive me. I wanted her to be my legacy. I was proud of her, but until today, I never feared her. I did now. She stood in the dark corridor, intently staring at me. Her body was almost one with the darkness, but her bulbous white eyes were visible even in the dark. I'm guessing she was not meant to be there then. Lidless eyes, pouring fear into my heart, unblinking and intent. And alive. No, it's all in your head. Wake up. A voice jolted me and brought my courage and senses back to me slowly. Did I put her here last night in my distraction and haste? I had been awfully forgetful lately. This could be my own doing. I must have left her there when I was moving her to my study room. I comforted myself and took a breath of relief. I looked back at the corridor and saw nothing. She stood clear as a day just a moment ago, but now there was nothing. No! A weak groan left my mouth. It hardly sounded like words. I took a step forward and then another, and finally stood in the spot where I saw her. There was nothing there but darkness. A void of terror stood there, and nothing else. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or is this house? A trick of the mind, that's all. I told myself. I have not slept for the last 2 days. Well, yeah, that could do it. What should I expect? The notion should have given me comfort before I realized in that moment that the terror is not confined to my nightmares anymore. Have I started dreaming with my eyes open now? If my waking dreams are like this, then I prayed my sleep is dreamless. But how could I sleep after this? Sleep had left me like laughter and happiness had. I truly feel alone now. Next day, I summoned enough courage and locked her in the room with a red door. Dreamer hallucination. Putting her in that locked room eased my mind. That's fair. Hold on just a second. I need to get back to someone about something. Okay, we're back. It's all good. Oh, my clock's going now. Interesting. No, it's not. I don't know any codes. I don't like the whispers. Passcode required. Is this where the whispering's coming from? Can't get in there. Can't do anything with the TV. There's something down here. The prison of life and the bondage of grief are one and the same. Before the onset of death, how can man expect to be free of grief? I'm guessing that's the wife. Irene gave me this stunning old brazen vase. It used to sit here on the hearth, where now only a faint stain lies. One day it was here, and the next it was gone, without a trace. Just like she did. But her vanishing was my own doing. I drove her to that. I am to blame for her fate, as for everything else. It feels too long ago. Even the memory is starting to fade. And her name, too. After a long time, I had uttered her name today. Her memory will wash away slowly, but the guilt won't. This vase is the last tether to her memory, and now that's gone too, having taken with it all of my warmth, leaving me bare, cold, and loveless. All its emotional value put aside, the vase was a thing of beauty and a marvel to behold too. It was a rare thing that Irene had brought from a strange trader traveling from Innsmouth. That's H.P. Lovecraft. The vase had a slimy, glossy texture, an ancient, crude design, but when shown under the light, the material would come to life, with bursting colors, as if it was absorbing the energy of light and slowly coming to life. It felt as though in a few minutes under the light, the surface would crack open and something strange and unknown would be born out of this strange egg. Yet I never kept it exposed to the light for too long, as it would become unbearably hot to touch, and I was afraid it would break. I inquired Irene about the trader's origin and his destination, but she had not asked him many questions about his whereabouts. She tried to locate him afterwards, but he vanished completely, as if he never existed, and the vase itself proved to be unlike anything in the records of local library. Its origin remained unknown, and its ambiguity of craftsmanship led us to a lot of interest from potential wealthy buyers. She, however, never wanted to part with it, no matter how much it would sell for. So I'm guessing this vase is what made him crazy. When she told me about the trader, I knew she must have misheard, or the trader was a con man who lied about his origin, because Innsmouth was a fictional place with no real-world trace. Either the trader was a madman who had fancied that he had contacted an ancient race born with God's blood, or he just lied to his sell his wares. I choose to believe the latter. However, my mind has expanded to a lot of hidden realities of the world since I have moved here. Could it be that the trader was speaking the truth? If so, the misfortune of losing it stings even worse. As strange as it sounds, the absence of that vase has left me feeling more alone than I had felt in this house before. I'm starting to realize how far away from any human being I am. The notion sent a shiver down my spine. If something happens, no one will come to my help. I'm truly and utterly alone, with nothing but death to accompany me. I can smell it. It smells cold and ancient. I started to trace the origins of the smell and found that it's coming from the basement, a pungent and hideous stench of decay slowly rising from underneath the basement door. Something behind this door is dead. Something, I told myself, and heard a voice inside me saying that it's someone. But no matter what happens, I will never step into the basement. Not again. Interesting. Is this the vase? Because there's no stain on the fireplace anymore. So I need, what, 2 passcodes still? And I guess a key to the basement. What are these? Some drawings. Can't read anything. Can read this, though. Oh, there we go. I've weighed my dilemma and quantified my options. I thought perhaps writing them down would make the decision easy, but it didn't. On the one hand, the city life would bring me close to my family again. I'll see them smile again. Their laughter would erase all the worries from my mind. On the other hand, this house will bring me creative fulfillment and peace and a place to live out my sorry existence away from everyone's mockery. I feel like maybe you should just go home. But I can't. This house is foul. It has a mind of its own, and it's playing tricks on me to drive me mad. With every passing second, I feel the gnarled fingers coming out from the walls and strangling me in my sleep. In the mirror, I saw red marks on my neck this morning. Could they just be mosquito bites? They looked strangely like fingers. I've noticed myself scratching wildly in the night. Is this my own doing? One time, I woke up with 4, bruise marks that were like fingerprints. never got a answer on that one, but relatable. But it wasn't just the marks, it was everything. I was disgusted by my own meekly reflection. The man who stood in the mirror was not me. He was weak and wary, flesh almost gone from underneath his skin, and dark circles surrounding his eyes. His face was worn, and he mocked me with his hideous, piercing gaze. I couldn't stand the sight. Suddenly, fury took hold of me, and I smashed the mirror. But that wasn't all. Something much worse happened later that day. I had to discard all my pills down the flush. They changed color, and I saw mouse droppings just inches away from my pills. I had noticed their taste changing, but didn't think much of it. But today I saw that the packaging was tempered. There was a small slit around the holes where the pills laid. Did someone take them out and replace them? Someone's poisoning me. The thought left cold sweat on my forehead, and I shivered with fear. Even if it's just the rats gnawing at them, the risk was too great, and the fear greater. I had no choice but to flush the pills down the toilet. I felt safer after that. I feel like maybe you shouldn't flush your pills. Maybe you should at least get new ones. Later, when I was busy writing my diary, I saw a big rat scurrying away around my bookshelf. Was this the same rat that caused me so much trouble? I was furious and wanted to kill it right there. It would have been satisfying killing this pest and seeing its blood pooling out from its infested body. Geez, that's a little harsh. I could have bit through its flesh and see it scream. The thought gave me a delight for a moment before shame took over my mind. I was repulsed at my thoughts. I noticed that I was holding my pencil in my fist, raging at that hideous, scheming rat. The pencil broke in my fist, and suddenly my rage was gone, and I was left with confusion and shame. What was I becoming? What is this place doing to me? I was disgusted by my own behavior, and I knew I had to get out. This house isn't safe. It's pushing me to something. It's changing me. I felt that I had made a terrible decision coming here, and with each passing day, it was getting worse. With each day, the realization became clearer, and that staying here was a folly. I could go back to the city and start again. I might even see my children again, and Samar. What is the point of living here alone, away from all those I love? I would never see my children grow. I would never hear their laughter again. Is this even worth living like this? The faces of my sons floated in front of my eyes, their eyes beaming with laughter and innocence. Are you living your life fully, my children? Do you chase fireflies at night and dream of sun-kissed meadows and laughter? I hope you do. My own nights are brimming with terror, and my dreams are laced with fear. Am I supposed to go out? There's a lantern. I can't take it, though. Can't go up the ladder. Where the hell are we now? We're like a park. I guess it could be a backyard. Kind of industrial, though. You're crazy, to me, it said. Others soon joining him. Laughter erupted from every mouth. I saw fingers pointing at me. Pointing and laughing. It went on like that for a long time that day, and many days after that. I cried endlessly and felt sorry for myself, but that was a long time ago. I laugh at that now. Being called insane was less offensive and more disappointing. It's that typical oversimplification and labeling of anything deviant and strange. Society's go-to word to categorize anything different. I have long stopped dwelling over it. I have changed. I can imagine the mockery, if they were to see me chewing on this rat's meat. Oh, ew. Their voices would be malicious, but it's the hatred in their eyes which I despise the most. They would call me a cannibal rodent, feeding on its own kind. I need to stop thinking about them. It's all in the past now. Suddenly, Irene's face appeared in front of me. Are you laughing too? Like Timmy and all the rest? Do you find me repulsive? She didn't answer, but the thought was too much to bear. I found my eyes suddenly filled with tears. Just cry, old man. This is what you do best. Cry and die. You can do that much, at least. It'll all be over, and I might see Irene again. She awaits me on the other side, and I would see her beautiful face again. And what would you do if you see her? Do you think she would welcome you into her embrace? A bitter voice was filling my head again. Fool. You're a crazy old man who's lost his wits. Save me, she asked as she lay on that bed. And did I? It was too much to think about. I choked back my tears as I stood in this old bench, unwilling to take a single step forward. I can't leave. I'm the culprit, and this house is my prison. I deserve this. This house is not my enemy. It's my retribution. I turned back to face the house. My feet started moving on their own, and I found myself walking back to the house. The house is waiting for me. It's calling me. Besides, there's nothing but ridicule waiting for me in the city. To me and all the rest, full of hatred and mockery. There is safety here. I belong here. The darkness in the house doesn't scare me. It soothes me. It protects me. How wrong I was for ever thinking of leaving this place. He's going off the deep end. The stench I thought was coming from the basement doesn't worry me either. I have in fact grown to like the smell. It has a sweet and mysterious aroma. Gives me strength and a sense of bond with the house. I can't believe I was ever repulsed at the thought of eating the rat. I looked in its small eyes when I bit into its flesh. It was perhaps scared of me, but I couldn't see any fear in its eyes. What I saw instead was far more fulfilling. I saw the life flickering away from its eyes, and with every bite I felt stronger. I was absorbing life, and that feeling gave me strength, made me feel ecstatic. I was feeding on life itself. I just felt so alive. The joy of the notion took over me, and I chuckled with excitement. Suddenly, a brilliant thought came to my mind. I should set up traps around the house. There must be so many rats around the fields. The thought made me more excited than I have ever been in my life. Okay, weirdo. I saw a flicker of hope within the darkest dungeons of my mind, and for the first time in a long time, I slept peacefully that night, without any nightmares. I welcomed the new beginning with open arms. A church? I guess we're not going back to the passcodes. Oh, there's nothing in here. Where do I go then? Can't go back there. It's invisible wall. Still haven't gotten any numbers. There's nothing like written anywhere. No clues either. Is there really nothing in the tunnel? Because that's kind of weird to have there. If it's just nothing. There's nothing written. I think that would be a good place for graffiti, but guess not. Nothing written around the yard or anything. I definitely can't use this, right? Then there must be something inside that I missed. Maybe I can go to the basement now that he's not scared of it. There are colors here. Maybe there's like a color code somewhere. This says HEX. Did I read this one yet? Still can't go in the basement. Did I read this one already? Yeah. Could have something to do with the number of pages, maybe? It's also a number. Because we have a 9 here. Wait. The knowledge drives me mad. Time of something, the nun is here. 0004? She's supposed to be behind a red door, right? That has to be it, though. I think it's 000 something. That'd be 2. Oh, come on. Oh no. It's here, open the door. Okay, except for the fact that it doesn't have a number on it anywhere that I see. It won't let me pick it up either. Something in there that has a number. Let's see if there's any info, because I have to leave soon. There it is. How do you find... How do you find codes? In the hallway in the living room. If you walk down the hall, you'll notice the dresser on your left. Okay, there's a calendar somewhere that I need to look at. I'm glad that it doesn't, this thing didn't give me, like, just straight up. Okay, there's not a calendar there. Oh, that's because I went, I didn't go backwards, I went forwards. So where's the calendar? Here. 7/3/18 is, I'm guessing, one of the things. And since it's red, I'm gonna start with this one. Or it could also have been 3/7/18. There we go. Okay. Here's his art. I gotta pause. Oh, maybe not. But they were gonna come screaming down the hallway, because they do that sometimes, which is kind of crazy. I don't think you're hearing footsteps. Did I save you? I don't know.
Thought so. You can't save me. You can't raise me.
Whoa. Hey. Calm down. Chill out, please. Why are you glowing? Something gonna happen? Can't look in there. Am I supposed to just leave? Oh. The nun is gone. I don't like that it's... Yeah, maybe stop making them then. Maybe stop making them. Is that the vase? Is that the special vase? There's a foot, a hand, and a clay. And a body. The basement. Surely this isn't the same code, right? No. Okay, let's go down here then, I guess. Even though I don't really want to go down to the basement with the dead thing, but I guess I will. 12th October 1998. Her eyes were milky white, so pale and sensitive. A bright ray. Which game is this one? This is Delirium. Her eyes were milky white, so pale and sensitive. A bright ray of light would make them bloodshot, and she would instantly go into such convulsive seizures that every time they occurred, I was afraid they would push her over. But she still persisted on, brave and strong. She was fighting, but for how long? I had mostly started living down here with her in the dark. The light of the sun alone would send her into a frenzy. Even in the shade, but this dark, dingy basement seemed to soothe her. It took me a long time to adjust to the darkness, and I suffered countless bruises and stubbed toes, but they were nothing compared to what she was going through. End it. A voice would demand, but I would ignore it. Just thinking about it left me feeling guilty. Save me, Irene had asked. Many nights ago, and I promised that I would, but I didn't know how. I couldn't take her to a hospital. She had forbidden it, and we both knew why, but what chance did I have? I'm alone and unskilled, but I promised, and I intended to fulfill that promise. So I'm guessing we tried something, and she died. There was no doubt that she had gotten better since I brought her down here, but better is a relative term. It only meant that her violent outbursts had been fewer and periods of unconsciousness much longer. I would show her pictures of our wedding and read her letters we had sent each other before we were married. She always loved those, and would read them often before. But that was a long time ago. Even the memory of it was fading. I knew she used to smile, but that was a distant memory now too. I would never have believed, looking at her now, that these lips had ever smiled, laughed, or kissed. She would often lie still and motionless, with her eyes peeled to the ceiling many times it sent me into a rush of panic and fear. Only when I would hear a faint beating heart in her sunken, weak chest, I knew that she still lived. End it. A faint voice echoed in my mind again. I brushed the voice away and caressed Irene's swollen belly. She still fights for them. She will not let go until she does her duty. Oh, so she's pregnant, maybe? She had loved nothing than the thought of being a mother, and she is fighting death to fulfill that wish. I planted a gentle kiss on her veined forehead and left her in the room, to come out for study. When I reached the door, I thought I heard a faint sigh, and my feet froze. I turned back to see, but it was nothing. She was lying as still as ever, becoming a part of her lifeless surroundings. But that night, when I heard a sudden shrill scream piercing through the silence, I knew it was truly her. It was happening. Her water broke, and everything spun into motion. It all seemed too surreal to make sense of, or panic. The next few hours ran past us in a hurry amidst the screams, panic, and blood. When all was done, I could not help but feel distanced from my own body. Everything seemed like a dream, but one thing was certain. Tonight in our house, there were 2 more hearts beating. She gave me 2 sons, and with it she gave me 2 reasons to keep on fighting, and for that I was ever more grateful than ever. I went back to see her, and I wanted to hug her, kiss her, and console her. We were a family, and this was the beginning of our new life. We could make this work. I smiled as I approached her, with the life in my hands which she bore. Look, Irene, I whispered gently as to not shock her. You have made me the most richest man in the world. My words seemed to stir life in her eyes, or maybe it was the gentle crying of our baby, which had woken all the maternal senses in her. She slowly turned towards us, and for that instant I saw the Irene I had always loved. She was smiling, for the first time in what seemed like forever. Tears came rushing to my eyes, and I wanted nothing more but to live in this single moment for the rest of my life. I captured this moment in camera to frame it. But that moment of bliss didn't last long. I think we saw that picture, actually. I think it was on one of the tables. It passed as soon as it came, and this beautiful dream turned into a grotesque nightmare, which would last forever. The smile was gone from her face in an instant, and what I saw instead was something ugly and cruel. She raised her hand and dug them deep into the flesh of our son. It happened so quickly that all I could do was watch, before the crying of the baby filled the room, and I jolted into action. She was looking at us with rage of unknown proportions, and was leaping from the bed towards us. The sight of her movement would have sent waves of ecstasy to my mind any other day, but now they only sent shivers of fear and repulsion. End it, a voice was screaming in my mind again. But I was frozen, too stunned and horrified to do anything. I promised that I would save her, I protested to myself weakly. End it. And so I did. I failed to uphold my promise. I failed at being a husband. It's all gone. I took the life of the one I should love the most. But by what right should I continue to live on? The grief was so overwhelming that I momentarily decided to end my life and stop this misery. And I almost did before reason took over me. I would have happily died to be with Irene again if I was alone. But I was not alone. I now have 2 sons, and for their sake I will live. Not here, though. Not in this house. I'm leaving this place to move to the city with my sons. They will have a better life there, and I might be able to forget this day, too. If time is kind to me, I will forget this terrible night, as impossible as that may be. I hope to never set foot in this place again, because I know what will happen if I ever return to this house. And yet he did. What's this map? Dunwich, Innsmouth? A bowl. It was bright blue against everything else, so I thought maybe it was important, but I guess not. Oh. Guessing this is where we had the baby and murdered our wife. Sorry about that. Is this her grave? I don't like the crying. Hello? Oh. So what, the nun represents her? Did she possess it? I can't move. Oh, wait. Because I'm not supposed to be using my controller. When did I switch over? Hello? Oh no. Am I stuck? I don't know if this is supposed to happen. I don't think so. A message was supposed to come up, but the message didn't come up. Oh, I was also supposed to open the cupboard first. Maybe that's why. So if I... hold on. If I close out, because I don't have to read everything again. Most of the game was reading. Which isn't bad. I'm not saying that's bad. I like reading, but... point is, most of the game is reading, so I think I can just go through again. And just press in the codes. I still don't know what the code is for the cupboard, though. This is 37818. I need to see the non.
I'm hearing footsteps. So,
I'm not sure where to find the code. It says look at the office door. Okay.
thought so. You can't save me.
Cool.
You
Should be
can't
easy.
face fear.
Just gotta get through this again. There we go. Still don't know what's behind this door. I want to know. Another one is gone. Spooky. Okay. This still just says hex. I think this is what they wanted me to look at, but... Is it like by the letters, maybe? And there's only 3 of them. That doesn't work. Just right beside the office door. Is that not the office door? Yeah, it's definitely the office door. I don't know. It says it's supposed to be 1310, but I have no idea where they got 1310 from HEX. So this might be what soft locked me before. Not opening this. The weird statue isn't here, though. Something quite remarkable and utterly bewildering happened today. I was greeted by a visitor. The ringing of a bell startled me, and for a long time I was too timid to go to the door. Initially, I imagined it to be a mere fancy of my brain. If I was seeing things already, hearing things wouldn't be out of place either. But the sound wasn't muffled and subdued enough to be my imagination. It was a sharp and punchy sound. So, if it was indeed real, who could it be? Is it Timmy and his gang of bullies who have finally chased me here, even in this remote, secluded place so they can berate and mock me? For a long time I didn't move, just listened to the sound of the bell. Then I managed to peek through the curtains and saw a tall, thin man with an old turban on his head. Normally I would have avoided meeting anyone, but my strange recurring nightmares of the past few nights left me slightly frightful of my prolonged periods of loneliness, and I decided to welcome the company of a saner being, even if for a brief period. While I was making up my mind, he finally got bored of waiting and started to leave when I went and greeted him at the door. His features were foreign to me, too foreign to locate to any particular geographical region I was aware of. I'm guessing this is the traitor. When he spoke, his accent was thick and guttural. He spoke English well, but it took concentration to decipher his accent. After a short conversation, he told me he was a trader, and he was told that I would be interested in some of his unique wares. I'm not sure how he came to know that I took interest in the occult and mystic, but he was right, and I was glad that he came. The trader showed me what he had, and my eyes instantly fell on the strange tiara. He was reluctant to talk about it, and said it wasn't for sale. I knew he was a cunning trader who smelled my interest in the item and decided to poke me with a show of reluctance, so I would become more persistent. After much haggling and convincing, the revelation of how much money I was ready to give for this tiara, he finally loosened his tongue and talked to me about the item, regaling me with how it came into his possession. So he also gave the wife the vase that likely made her insane. The remarkable tiara was fashioned with striking design and filled with meticulous detail, but it's the strangeness of the metal which astounded me the most. Even in the darkness, it shone vividly, and its sparkle didn't seem to be depended much on the light for reflection. Perhaps it was some trickery of old metal alloy coating, but I couldn't deny its appeal nonetheless. That was worded weird. The seller went on to explain the details of its origin, which sounded a bit hocus-pocus to me. He mentioned an esoteric order of Dagon, and went on about a town overrun by some mutant hybrid species who have crafted some truly remarkable and utterly alien objects using their secret knowledge. I listened but paid not much attention to it. It was not that I wasn't aware of this order of Dagon. My interest in the occult had introduced me to the name before. I recalled reading about it in one of Lovecraft's tales, and through some other research. I came to believe that such an order did truly exist, and I was fascinated with finding its whereabouts for a long time, but I didn't share my knowledge with this man. His version of the tale was full of contradictions and fallacies, and he also mentioned some other places which he had picked up from Necronomicon, and was having me believe that he had seen all those places. I didn't believe much of what he said, but I couldn't deny that the conversation did renew my dormant interest in the occult, and at that moment, I decided that I will resume my research on the matter once more. The thought put a smile on my face. Whether he was deliberately lying or just a credulous man, it didn't matter. I was enjoying his company, of an interesting human being, who had no interest in mocking or ridiculing me. That was enough for me to listen to his tales for a while. We talked about the tiara on length. It was fascinating to behold due to its unidentifiable components. It was large and elliptical, clearly not meant for a human head. I spent a few hours with the man, drank tea, and talked about the strange and the bizarre. He was very accepting of strange things, and readily believed when I told him some strange nightmares and hallucinations that I had been having in the house. He was a patient listener, with no sign of mockery in his eyes, which made me confide in him more. After he listened to some of the incidents which have happened to me in the house, he said something which might help. He refused to come in and take another look. He did refuse. He refused to come in and take a look at my other collection, including the nun. When I invited him in, he looked frightfully at the house and refused to take a single step inside. So we remained seated outside the house, and he took a peculiar looking cross out of his satchel and handed it to me. This will ward off all evil and protect your soul as long as you keep it close to you. When I wanted to pay him for it, he refused to take anything and said it was a gift to me, a token of the deal well struck. I was humbled and thanked him deeply. I was not sure how much this piece of wood would help me, but I was glad to have it nonetheless. It was a few more hours before he decided to take his leave. The sun was hanging low on the horizon, and he started to become uneasy at the thought of staying in my house after dusk. I bid him farewell and thanked him a lot for his generosity and friendliness. He was a rare, friendly person I had encountered in a long time, and the encounter lifted my spirits tremendously. I locked away the tiara in the cabinet and put up a lock for the red room while I was at it too. When I thought about what passcode to put for the red room, the answer came in the shape of a calendar. I have been crossing each day of the month when I have night terrors. Every day except 3 days were all filled with hellish nightmares. 3 unmarked days on the terrace calendar. There couldn't be a better passcode than that, for I wasn't likely to forget it. That's strange, but okay. I'm going to bed with a smile on my face tonight, and meeting with an amiable seller, this beautiful tiara, and the strange cross all contributed to my happiness. For the first time, I felt safe and at peace. Life could only get much better for now, I told myself as I slipped into the bed and welcomed a warm embrace of beautiful dreams. I'd see my family in my dreams tonight. I knew it, and the thought left a smile on my face. So, am I supposed to find the cross, then? I wonder if I missed anything else. Scroll through just to make sure. Maybe not. Okay, yeah, just going down, that's all I can do for now. I'll walk through though. Go read his crazy rat ramblings and then go back. Hopefully, we'll get our last message this time. Totally read that, guys. Yeah, there was no red book out here. Go through this one too, just in case. Oh, maybe I do need to read all the red books. Well, quote-unquote read, you know. We're not actually going to read them, because we already did, but... Yeah, there's the picture that I was talking about. Of her with the baby. And I think there's one in here, right? Maybe not. Yeah. Okay, so that should be all of them. And that should unlock the basement. If it happens again, we'll just stop. I don't know if I read all of these ones. I wonder what this says. Look at that before. The clock tick tick ticks, the bell ring ring rings, the blood drip drip drips. Okay. Well, this didn't unlock. Oh shit. I seem to have gotten myself stuck. Well, that sucks. I don't think we really missed much anyway. It's just there's supposed to be a message that ends with the end, but I don't know what the message would have been, sadly. If there's any screenies of it. Or a video. I just want to read what the message is. It's supposed to say, this house is my atonement, and when I draw my last breath, we will be together again. Oh, well, I kind of already got that, so I thought it was going to be some groundbreaking reveal or something. Okay. I did like it. I think it's interesting. It would have been cooler to have some more puzzles, maybe a little longer, but that was a free short game, so. Oh, I'm not stuck. I don't know how I'm supposed to trigger this event, though. Did I not read this one? There's not one in there. I don't think there was anything else I could do. It's just the one on the bench, right? Yeah, there wasn't any in there. So I'm not sure why the basement's not opening this time. But we already know what the message is. And, like, the non-jump scare's gonna happen or whatever. So, I suppose I will leave it here. Kinda wanted to see it for myself, but that's okay. We will not have a stream tomorrow, but we will have a little video thing for you guys tomorrow. A little video surprise thing. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys then. Well, technically I'll see you guys on Sunday, but you know what I mean. Goodbye.